Hello everyone and welcome to Heath High School, Licking County League basketball on the boys side here on a Tuesday night. Will Ford here with you with Storied Rival Sports Media live on Facebook, X, and YouTube. The Heath Bulldogs taking on the Zanesville Blue Devils, again in Licking County League action here on a Tuesday night. Really appreciate you making us part of your night. We got 4 minutes left until game time between these two teams. The Bulldogs 9-3 on the year. One of the top teams in the conference in the Licking County League. And for Zanesville, 3-8 on the season, 2-5 in the Licking County League. The only time these two teams will play this season. But a matchup tonight between the Bulldogs, who have two guys in double figures in scoring, averaging per game. Preston DeVito, 10 points a game. And Jackson Dustin, 12 points a game for Heath. And if you take a look at the Zanesville side, they have three guys actually who are averaging over 10 plus a game. Rashad Hampton, a senior. Mikey Johnson, a junior on this squad. And then Drew Doyle. So 5 guys in this game on both sides who can put the ball in the basket and average over 10 a night. Again, we want to also thank our sponsors here this evening, those who sponsor our Unreal highlights for both of these squads. We have Firehouse Pizza and Cafe on 4 South Main Street in Thornville. Englefield Incorporated, Duchess, Robertson Construction, and Williamson Insurance. We really appreciate their support throughout the year on all of our highlight videos and their support of these basketball teams here tonight. Also want to take the time to promote our podcast, Jump Street High School Hoops, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. We also put it out on Facebook as well, wherever you get your podcast, wherever you listen. And then you can watch it on Facebook or YouTube, Jump Street High School Hoops, where we sit down with, we've been sitting down with basketball players in the MVL and in the LCL. We've got some interviews coming up here later in the week. So we'll have 3 shows out this week. So make sure you tune in. Really appreciate everyone that has liked and shared not only the 30 to 60 second clips that we put out, but also the full podcast as well. We really appreciate everyone that listens. I think it's really good to give these athletes some exposure. And it's something that not a lot of people do is highlight these high school student athletes the way that we do it. So appreciate everyone's support. But here in a moment, we'll get going with player introductions as well as the national anthem. And we're going with some boys basketball here on a Tuesday night in the Licking County League. Once again, Will Ford here joining you live on Facebook, X/Twitter, and YouTube. Really appreciate you making us part of your Tuesday night. One of the interviews that we'll have coming up later in the week, Preston DeVito from this Heath Bulldogs basketball team will join our show more than likely on Thursday. We're recording that on Thursday, and we might get it out to you Thursday night or on Friday. But a player from this game tonight will be on our show. Again, a matchup here tonight between 2 teams in the Licking County League, one near the top in the Heath Bulldogs, who are 9-3, 6-1 in league play in the Cardinal Division. And Zanesville, they're 3-8 on the season, 2-5 in league play and on the Buckeye side. Now the national anthem here at Heath High School before this matchup. Now let's play some basketball here in Heath this evening. Starting lineup's about to be introduced for both squads. And we'll get this matchup rocking and rolling. Again, thank you for joining us for really, I guess, our game of the week, so to speak. We haven't really labeled it as such, but we try to do one game a week, either in the MVL or in the LCL. Starting for Zanesville, Rashad Hampton, Drake Tabler, Maddox Hayes, Cooper Kane, standing at 6'4", and number 23, Drew Doyle. And the staff for the Blue Devils this evening: Cedric Harris, the head coach, along with assistants Jordan Bortiers and Brady Palmer. Now the starting lineup, for the Heath Bulldogs: Preston DeVito, Jackson Dustin, Jordan Kaminsky. Dustin and Kaminsky both stand at 6'3". Will Robertson. And number 5, Ben Mason, will round out your starting lineup for the Heath Bulldogs. And here we go at Heath High School. The tip goes to the Bulldogs to start out. DeVito with it now. A handoff, top of the key. Dustin back to Kaminsky. Looking for the back door. Instead, a 3 on the left wing is short, and a rebound Zanesville. That missed by Dustin. Now racing the other way. Nice no-look pass through the hands of Cooper Kane and out of play. Zanesville a chance early for a transition basket. 30 seconds in. Turn it over. A kick to the corner. Left-handed 3, rims out. Another rebound for the Blue Devils. Now they'll slow it down. Heath lining up in a 2-3 zone. Or I guess kind of a 3-2 of sorts. 2-3/3-2. They trap near the wings and in the corners. Now a 3-ball left side is good. Rashad Hampton. I believe that was Tabler. Yes, Drake Tabler with that 3-ball to start things off for Zanesville. Now a free throw line jumper, knocks it down. Preston DeVito. 3-2 Zanesville, a minute and a half gone by in this first quarter. Now Hampton will run an offensive set, slow things down against this zone defense. Hampton hesitates, looks to the corner. Here comes a trap. Now back to Tabler, who just hit a 3. Deflection and a turnover. Here's DeVito in transition. Easy bucket for 2. Two quick baskets for DeVito in the first couple of minutes. He's got both of the Bulldogs' baskets in this one. Tabler to the corner for 3. A long rebound and a putback. Maddox Hayes reaches over, snatches that one away, puts it back up and in. Mason picked up his dribble and now near the top of the circle, driving left. 3-ball, left side, yes! DeVito is true from the outside. All 7 points for Heath. Scored by DeVito. Hampton, 2 guys on him, now pulls out. Down low, nice feed, back to the corner. Tabler hit a 3 earlier, almost hits another. Now throwing it ahead. Bulldogs in transition to the corner. Nice move. DeVito short on the floater though, and an offensive rebound Mason. Top of the circle, 3-ball, no good. Tabler comes away with it. Zanesville looking to run. To the high post, triple teamed, almost a turnover. Doyle with it now. A 3-ball, yes, knocks it down. Cooper Kane fumbled a pass earlier that would have led to a transition basket, but gets a 3-ball here. It's 8-7 Zanesville. Halfway through the first quarter. Mason to Dustin. Now Mason will fire a 3. Off the front of the rim, offensive rebound. DeVito losing it, turning it over. Robertson tried to get stylish with the pass in the lane. Now Drake to the high post, thought about a free throw line jumper. Back to Tabler. Doyle will reset. And Heath really just trying to force Zanesville to shoot it from outside. Not giving up anything in the high post or down low. A nice kick to the corner. Short on a 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Doyle misses that one. Ball on the floor and a jump ball. And this should go towards Zanesville. And it does. Now we've got a handful of subs coming in for the Bulldogs, 1 for Zanesville. Doyle will inbound. Goes into the backcourt to Tabler. 2:50 remaining in the first quarter. It's 8-7 Zanesville. To the high post. Nice feed inside. And the deuce off the glass. Now a spin into the lane and a finish inside. Dustin with a pretty move in the lane. Last basket scored by Grayson Goins for Zanesville. 10-9 Zanesville. A good job by Kaminsky getting in the passing lane for Heath. Doyle, a deep 3. Misses that one. Kaminsky with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining in the first. Drives left. Picks up his dribble, trying to find somebody. Backdoor cut to the basket. Drops it in off the front of the rim. Dustin has 4 points in this first quarter. The only 2 guys to score for Heath, DeVito and Dustin. And oh, the lob, the finish, and the foul. Is that going to count? It should. Basket is good. What a play down low. Hampton. The catch on the oop and just drops that in. gets hammered as well into the free throw line. 3-point play for Hampton, just casually. 13-11. The Blue Devils in front. 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. Dustin with it will drive right, kick to the right corner. Step back jumper near the right elbow, missed. A no-go on the offensive rebound, and now with 60 seconds remaining in the first, Drew Doyle will slow things down. Doyle yet to score, but he's been active, getting into the lane. Now Luca Wood with it. Almost a steal, a gamble. Good job to recover. 39 seconds, and you wonder if Zanesville is just playing for the last shot of the quarter. 30 seconds. Heath just content to let him sit out there near half court. Down to 20 seconds. Now Zanesville is going to look to get into an offense. 15 seconds. Doyle with it. Now Hampton back to Doyle. A swing to the left corner. Now a screen set. Corner three. Hampton short. Rebound 1 second. And that's how the quarter will end. Zanesville wasted time in the final minute. Got the final shot. Set up a good look for Hampton, but no good, and the Blue Devils will go into quarter number 2 with the lead by 2, 13-11. We'll be right back for second quarter action here in the LCL boys basketball right after this, live on Facebook, X, and YouTube with Storied Rivals Sports Media. Back here at Heath High School, getting ready for the second quarter of play between the Bulldogs and the Blue Devils. Will Ford with you with Storied Rivals Sports Media, live on our Facebook page, X, and YouTube. Heath with the basketball to start the second quarter, and Zanesville going to start out with some pressure. Nice cut inside. DeVito pump fakes. Short on the attempt near the lane. He scored 7 of Heath's 11 in that first quarter. Zanesville weathered the early storm, and they lead by 2. Nice job fighting into the lane, and a miss by Doyle, out of bounds, staying with Zanesville. Doyle to inbound underneath. 3 guys standing near the inbound. They'll go into the backcourt. That's the second time they've done that tonight. Not looking for anything in the lane. Luca Wood trying to find someone in the high post. Does. Nice no look to the corner. Doyle. Long rebound corralled by Heath. Now Dustin will run. DeVito now to the right corner. Three ball lined up and is good. Mason Forza with the tray, and Heath retakes the lead 14-13. Now Doyle to the right corner, down low. Hampton dribbles baseline, now back out. Doyle left side. Heath still in this zone. Six minutes on the clock in the second quarter. And Zanesville just looking to slow things down. Taking their time offensively. Content to just swing it around. Doyle facilitating, looking. Hampton. And Zanesville is just playing the patient game. Heath not allowing anything to get in the lane, and as I say that, they get a shot in the lane, and it's missed by Goins. Now DeVito driving, Dustin spinning, gets the shot he wants, offensive rebound. Forza loses it, and there's going to be a foul. See who they call it on. They're calling it on Zanesville, so it's going to stay with Heath. They're calling that on Drew Doyle. That's his first foul of the night, and the first team foul for either team in this quarter. Kaminsky with it, goes off a screen, looked for the roll, now posting up down low. Here comes the double, a spin. And they're going to call him for a travel. Ben Mason walked with the basketball. Lifted up that pivot foot. Almost midway through the second quarter and not a whole lot of scoring to this point. It was 13-11 after one. Deflection in the lane. Back into the lane it goes. Missed the layup. Avery Moeller couldn't put that one down. Now Heath will go fast. A spinning pull-up jumper. Draws back iron. Mason can't get the offensive rebound, and now Doyle runs the other way. Will drive, get into the lane. A foul on the floor, no shot. It'll be taken out underneath. We're midway through the second quarter of play. That foul called on Preston DeVito, his first. One team foul for both teams in the second quarter. Doyle fouled on the drive to the basket, inbounds to Hampton. Hampton gets into the lane. Lots of contact, no call. Doyle offensive rebound. Drake Tabler scored the opening points for Zanesville in this game, yet to score since. A lot of ball fakes, pump fakes, fake shots. Zanesville looking for the shot they want. Drive and a floater off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound. Going up strong and a foul on Mason and going to the free throw line for two shots. Maddox Hayes, 6'1" senior, a power forward. Hayes misses the first one, draws back iron. Ties the game with the second one, 14-14. 3:25 remaining in the half. Zanesville showing a press. Heath able to break it. Now Kaminsky, Dustin drives, kicks, three ball. too strong. Mason almost collects another offensive rebound. There's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to stay with Heath. Tabler with the foul. Thought about a three off the inbound. Now down low to Mason. Gets doubled, loses it, kicks out. Mason gets it back. He's looking. Kaminsky will go off the screen. Down low to Mason. Good job denying the entry pass in transition. Hampton has to slow things down. Pulls back for three. Well short. Throwing ahead. I'm surprised they didn't call a travel there, but Dustin able to get the basket off the glass. But I'm really surprised they didn't call Will Robertson for a travel there. He jumped up into the air and then landed back on 1 foot. (16-14) Heath leading by 2 with 2:10 remaining in the half. Now a 3 ball for Zanesville, no good. Kaminsky the rebound, looking ahead. Mason sets a screen for him. Back to Mason. Drives left, doubled, throws it out, and a travel is called. It's the second one called on Ben Mason tonight, I believe. Mason will head to the bench. 1:40 remaining in the second quarter. In the first, Zanesville drew out kind of the last 90 seconds. Nice cut into the lane and the finish. Rashad Hampton, 5 points so far. 1:20 remaining in the half. DeVito scored 7 in the opening period, has not scored as this goes out of bounds on the cut to the basket. Has not scored in this second quarter. Deflection off the inbound, but Heath keeps it. One dribble, thought about a pull-up, now DeVito. Robertson to Dustin, now to the left wing. Finding Kaminsky back up top, 50 seconds. We'll see if Heath pulls a Zanesville and draws out the rest of this quarter. Zanesville's showing a little bit more defensive pressure though. Kaminsky drives, tough finish, count it, and one. Jordan Kaminsky, the hoop and the harm, and a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The foul on Maddox Hayes, and shooting one. Kaminsky with the Bulldogs leading 18-16. Sforza coming in for the Bulldogs. Kaminsky swishes the free throw. 19-16. Now Zanesville, they'll go slow for the final shot of the half. See if Heath decides to step out this time. Doesn't look like they're going to. Rashad Hampton. Now Doyle, looks like they're just going to play catch with each other. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Doyle. We're down to 10. What's the play? Doyle to Hampton. Left wing three. Lots of contact. Bodies on the ground. Offensive rebound. No time remaining in the half. The rebound by Cooper Kane. Doyle couldn't get a shot off in time. And we go to halftime with the Bulldogs out in front, 19-16, a low-scoring affair through 2 quarters. We'll have a 10-minute break. And we'll come back for the third quarter of play. Once again, we want to shout out our sponsors for for both of these teams tonight. Firehouse Pizza and Cafe in Thornville, Englefield Incorporated, Duke Duchess, Robertson Construction, and Williamson Insurance. Appreciate their support for everything that we do throughout the year for our highlight videos and the coverage of these teams here this evening. But once again, the score at halftime, 19-16. Bulldogs in front. And we'll be back in a few minutes to get you prepped for the third quarter. And we'll also promote our podcast, Jump Street, once again as well. But Will Ford here with you live on Facebook, X, and YouTube with Storied Rival Sports Media. Welcome back to Heath High School. 19-16 your halftime score between the Heath Bulldogs and the Zanesville Blue Devils. Bulldogs out in front by 3. Will Ford joining you live on Facebook, X/Twitter, and YouTube with Storied Rival Sports Media. Licking County League boys basketball on a Tuesday night. Really appreciate you making us part of your evening. Low scoring game so far. About 2 minutes before we get back into game action, but want to take the time to promote our High School Hoops podcast, Jump Street, where we have been talking with some basketball players on both the boys and girls side the last couple of weeks. Most recent episodes out with Maya Oliver of the John Glenn Muskies. Eclipsed 1,000 points the other night against West Muskingum last week. And was the fastest player to do so in John Glenn's history as a junior, the only junior to do it. And talked about that accomplishment among other things with her and the John Glenn season. And then Jamison Stinson with the Sheridan Generals, committed to the University of North Florida. Talking about moving away that far from home, family down there. Those are the 2 most recent episodes we have up, so make sure you check that out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And you can also watch on YouTube and Facebook as well. But we have episodes coming out later in the week. We have Preston DeVito with the Bulldogs, as well as Ashley Mullet with the Highland Hawks, a trip into the IVC. And we'll also do an interview with Deborah Allen of West Muskingum as well. So those will come to you this week. But Zanesville will start with the basketball in this third quarter. Again, the only matchup of the year for these 2 squads, a crossover game in the LCL. Hampton, 5 points in the first half, has the basketball. Tabler scored the opening points for Zanesville, did not score in the second. Doyle has not scored in this game, but has done an excellent job directing the offense, looking for cutters and trying to find people in the corner. He steps back at the free throw line. That rattles out. Mason the rebound. Now Kaminsky. 3 ball. A quick shot. Knocks it down. Will Robertson makes the lead 6 for Heath. That's his first bucket of the night. He was quick to pull the trigger. Heath still in this zone defensively. It's forced Zanesville to slow things down, which is their style, but now to the corner. Hampton, little half spin, into the lane it goes. Now lining up a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Hampton, he spots up in the corner and misses that one. Finally, Heath able to corral a rebound. Now Mason. Dustin, lefty 3 ball. That rattles out. Mason, a rebound and a putback. Ben Mason, 8-point game and a quick timeout for the Blue Devils as they trail by 8. Almost 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter, 30-second timeout for Coach Harris and Zanesville. This is similar to how the game started. Heath opened up on a 7-3 run. All 7 points were scored by Preston DeVito. Now a 5-0 run to start the third for the Bulldogs. And the score 24-16. Doyle gets into the lane, pump fakes, and gets a couple guys to react. Missing the floater in the lane is Hampton. Out of bounds, off of Mason, staying with Zanesville. 555s on the clock. Third quarter. Doyle to inbound underneath. Finds Hampton on the right wing. Tabler back to Doyle. Hampton to the high post. Now to Tabler. Nice kick out. And the three ball knocked it down. Good offense from Zanesville. And that settles them down, gets them into this third quarter. It's 24-19. Now a kick to Mason in the corner. Misses that one. Doyle weaving his way into the lane. Spots up for three, thought about it, drives, contact, flips it up and misses it. Offensive rebound. Hampton goes off a screen to Doyle. Tabler, another three. 3 threes for Drake Tabler. Down to a 2-point game just like that. 24-22. Dustin, fadeaway jumper, no good. Now Doyle running. Lots of contact and a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Mason. And if that's the case, no, they're going to call that on Dustin. That's his first foul, but if it was going to be on Mason, it would have been his second. Doyle a chance for his first points here tonight, and point number 1 as he nails the first free throw. 2 subs for Heath. Braden Bayless and Josh Jones coming in. Bayless, of course, a star quarterback for the Bulldogs in the fall this year, or last year, I should say. But a tie ball game now, and a trap pressure. Good composure by Heath to break it. Now Jones with it. Dustin gets into the lane. Lefty layup is good. Count it. And to the stripe for one more. Jackson Dustin has 8 points. And he makes it 9. Lead back to 3 for the Bulldogs, 27-24, midway through the third quarter. Doyle, good ball fake. Hands off, between the legs dribble. Now driving, 3 defenders collapse. Another 3 for Tabler. Tabler has 3 threes in the third quarter, 4 overall. 12 points in the game, and it's tied once again. Jones drives baseline, knocked out of bounds by Hampton. Drake Tabler on a heater in the third period. Bayless to inbound. Finds DeVito, who scored all 7 of his points in the first quarter. Now driving, Dustin loses it, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Goins. Jones to Sforza. Slips. Dustin lines up a 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound Goins. Up ahead, Hampton. Near the baseline, turns it over. Now Dustin will drive right. Kick to the corner. Bayless fakes, drives, layup is good. And one. And he is down on the court. Took a hard fall. Might have hit his head off the floor. And they're going to call out a trainer to come take a look at him. He will stand up, see if he stays in the game. I think he hit the back of his head off the floor, so they'll monitor him. Got to be careful of a concussion. And they're going to take him out of the game, it looks like. Yep. They'll sit him down. They'll evaluate him, make sure that he's clear to go before he goes back into the game. So shooting to convert the and one will be Ben Mason. And he rattles that one in. 3-point play. Heath leading by 3 once again. Doyle picks up his dribble. Now here's Tabler. 3 threes in the quarter. Doyle kicks down low to Goins. Short and a nice strong rebound by Jones of Heath. Jones hands off to DeVito. Nice cut. Hanging, trying to finish, no good. Mason did a good job saving it, but it's right to Doyle. Crosses over, kicks, and it's deflected out of bounds. No, they're going to say it's going to go with Heath. I thought it was deflected. I think Zanesville did too. And they're going to change the call. So a good job by the officials getting together, making sure they get it right. 2:19 remaining in the third quarter, 30-27. Bulldogs in front. Doyle inbounds. Here's Hampton with it now, who struggled from the field so far tonight. Tabler. Now to Hampton. Thought about a three. Tabler's pass is deflected and stolen. Throwing ahead, DeVito to Dustin. Blocked off the backboard. Zanesville comes away with it. Now they'll run. It's 2-on-3. Doyle. Going to be a foul before getting into the lane for the finish. On the floor and out underneath. Josh Jones with the foul. And he'll come to the sideline and take a seat as DeVito comes back in. Quick inbound. Missed the finish inside. Offensive rebound and a foul. And now another injury on the Heath side. Looks like Mason Sforza hurt his arm. Kind of hanging down by his side. So a sub will come in for him. Zanesville will take it out underneath. In to Tabler. 1:40 remaining in the third. Hampton, 2 guys on him to Tabler. He'll pull out. Now Doyle will set up the offense. See how much time they try to burn here within the last minute 20. Hampton will drive, hop step in the lane. Can't finish, but will go to the stripe for 2 free throws. Struggled from the floor tonight, but a chance to see 2 freebies go in. Sometimes that's all you need, is just to see the ball go in the basket. Rashad Hampton, 4-2 from the charity stripe. Swishes the first, has 6 points now in the game, 30-28. The Bulldogs lead by 2. A minute 12 remaining. Two for 2 from the line for Hampton. He has 7, 1-point game. Kaminsky hands off to Mason. Had a backdoor cutter and DeVito missed him. Now Dustin back to DeVito. Jabs. Mason posting up, but now we'll go out 3-point line extended. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Here's DeVito. Mason posting up. One dribble. Rips through and finishes. Mason with 5. Now 35 seconds remaining. And Zanesville looking to play for the last shot of the quarter. Doyle with just 2 points, both from the free throw line. 20 seconds. Here's Hampton just cradling the basketball near midcourt. Down to 15 seconds. 10. Hampton top of the key with 7. Tries to pass it down low, baseline, turnover, 1 second. Throwing it up is Bayless off the backboard, off the rim, almost puts it down. And we end the third quarter with Zanesville trailing by 3. The Bulldogs looking to improve to 10-3 on the year. Zanesville trying to get their 4th win on the year, and we'll find out what happens in the fourth quarter after this. Will Ford back with you live on Facebook, X/Twitter, and YouTube with Storied Rivals Sports Media coverage of Licking County League boys basketball on a Tuesday night. We've got a good one here at Heath High School. The Bulldogs lead by 3 over the Blue Devils of Zanesville as we head into quarter number 4, and Heath will have the ball. Dustin, a solid third quarter. He has 9 points in this game. Now Mason, been active all night on the glass. Dustin, off the dribble handoff, floats it up, misses it, tries to get his own rebound and cannot. And Doyle will throw it ahead off the hands of his intended target and stolen by Bayless. Cooper Kane couldn't quite corral that one. Mason will spin, but he traveled first. It's the second or third time tonight he's walked with the basketball. Here's Doyle, gets doubled, splits it into the lane, misses the layup, and a foul on the floor. And it's on Zanesville, Avery Moeller. Just a minute gone by here in the fourth. Again, a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Here's Dustin. Crosses over. And a nice baseline floater. Jackson Dustin into double figures now with 11. Now here's Tabler, 3 threes over to Hampton. Hop step in the lane and the tough finish Hampton has 9 in this one. Here's DeVito on the left wing. Will drive, gets doubled. Kaminsky, offensive foul. The forearm pushing off. And Zanesville regains possession, still trailing by 3. Tabler leading all scorers with 12, has 4 threes. Short on the 3, a good contest by Dustin. Hampton airballs it, but Zanesville retains the basketball, and they'll inbound into the backcourt. Into the paint. Hanging finish is no good. And the other way with a foul. Moeller, another foul in this quarter. His second foul and the team's second foul of the quarter. Now Kaminsky, Mason, corner 3, you bet. 3 ball for Ben Mason, and the lead blooms to 6. 8 points for Mason, and a timeout called by Zanesville, a full timeout with 5:23 remaining in the fourth, and the Bulldogs looking to pull away. Again, we really appreciate you joining us live on our Facebook page, X, and YouTube with Storied Rival Sports Media. Tuesday night boys basketball in the LCL. Heath and Zanesville. Our sponsors tonight, Firehouse Pizza and Cafe out of Thornville, Englefield Incorporated, Duke and Duchess, Robertson Construction, and Williamson Insurance. Really appreciate their support of our Unreal highlights throughout the year for both the Heath and Zanesville boys basketball teams. (37-31), 5:23 remaining in the game. Bulldogs lead by 6. Mason just hitting a 3 before the timeout. Tabler, a quiet 4th after lighting it up in the 3rd. Now Hampton looking to get going. Tabler down low, facing up, getting inside, missing the left-handed layup, and it's going to stay with Zanesville out of bounds. Hayes looking to get something going inside. Now an inbound to Goins. Tabler lines up another 3. That one rattles out. Cooled off after not having a shot since the 3rd quarter. Mason into the lane, turns it over. He was triple teamed. Now a 1-on-3, taking on the world was Doyle, and he missed the layup. Almost midway through the 4th. Dustin with 11, leading Heath in scoring. Now Preston DeVito. Been quiet ever since the 1st. Mason was looking to cut to the basket. Little miscommunication between Dustin and Mason. Mason hits the deck, turns it over, out of bounds. 4 minutes to go in the 4th. Still a 6-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Down low, tough finish inside. And a strong move from Maddox Hayes, down to 4. Dustin is guarded by Hampton. Bayless has it in the left corner, fakes, drives, and a nice pass, missing the bunny. Fade away, no foul called. Dustin, 2 misses. Fans wanted a call. Now Hampton with the half spin and a foul called. I believe that's going to be on Bayless, and it is. And Bayless back in the game after hitting the hardwood earlier, his head off the floor. Another timeout called by Zanesville, a full timeout as they trail by 4. But Braden Bayless hit the floor in the third quarter on an and one, hit his head. They pulled him out to check him for a concussion. He's back in the game. But now a chance for Zanesville to bring this back to a 1-possession game. Drake Tabler leading the Blue Devils in scoring with 12. He's only averaging 4 on the year, though, so he's tripled his point total in this game. Hampton only with 9. He's averaging 13 on the year. On the Heath side, DeVito scored 7 in the first. Thought he was in store for a big game. Still plenty of game to go, of course, but he's averaging 10 on the year. Dustin has 11. He averages 12. Those 4 guys leading the way in scoring for both squads. Zanesville basketball out of the timeout. 4-point advantage for the for the Bulldogs. Now Hampton splits the D, gets into the lane, throws up a wild shot, hits the floor, offensive rebound. Back up and in for Maddox Hayes. It's a 2-point game. Now Mason, and he's actually second in scoring for Heath tonight. I misspoke. And DeVito is third in scoring for the team tonight. Here's Dustin with it. Bayless had the and one earlier, did not shoot his own free throw. Kaminsky loses it, picks it back up. Down to 2:24. DeVito to Dustin. Now Mason. A screen, a roll, and Mason into double figures with 10. And running over a Blue Devil in the process as Doyle hits the floor. Ben Mason averages 9, has 10. Doyle into the lane, a foul on the floor on DeVito. Doyle inbounds to Tabler. Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. Blue Devils trailing by 4 points. How much urgency will they show? Hampton floats out to the wing. Doyle guarded by DeVito. Now kicks to Tabler. Looking for a shot. Goins into the lane. Floats it up, floats it in. 2-point game. Mason to the corner. DeVito hits another big shot. First points since the first quarter. He has 9. And a timeout called by Heath after the make. 41-37 with 1:09 remaining in the game. Now things starting to get tight. Again, really appreciate you making us part of your Tuesday night. Licking County League boys basketball, Heath versus Zanesville, and a crossover matchup between the Buckeye and Cardinal divisions. Zanesville trailing by 4, and they have the basketball out of the timeout. .60 seconds remaining in the ball game. Doyle, now Hampton, gets it down low. Too strong off the glass. Heath the rebound. That missed by Hayes. Now to Mason, who crosses the timeline. Now Dustin is fouled near midcourt by Hayes. 40 seconds. Still some fouls to give, so Heath will take it out of bounds. No free throws just yet. 40 seconds remaining. Mason with it. Kaminsky fouled by Tabler. That's the 4th team foul. Again, a side out. No free throws. 35 seconds remaining. Braden Bayless will go to the bench, and into the game is Will Robertson. DeVito goes into the backcourt. Can't find anyone. Into Mason, double teamed. Gets rid of it. Robertson loses the basketball out of bounds. No foul. Stays with Heath. 29 seconds left in the game. Again, a 4-point advantage for the Bulldogs, as you can see in the left corner, bottom left corner of your screen. Inbound to Dustin and a foul. I'm sorry, to Kaminsky. And Doyle got into the passing lane, almost came out with a steal. Picked up a foul instead. 5 team fouls. Now to the free throw line. Two shots for Kaminsky, and no good on the first one. Braden Bayless comes back in. Robertson to the bench. Kaminsky makes it a 5-point game. Hampton inbounds to Doyle. They'll let this one roll near midcourt. 28 seconds. And a quick timeout called as the ball is advanced. Zanesville calls a full timeout, and Coach Harris will talk things over with his team. What do you draw up with less than 30 seconds remaining, leading by 5? You don't need a 3 just yet. You can take your time, get a basket near the rim, and then foul. But it's going to have to be a quick shot. You can't burn too much clock. Again, 42-37 the score. Heath looking to get to 10-3 on the year. The Blue Devils looking to get to 4-8. .9 remaining. Doyle over to Hampton out of the timeout, down to 22 seconds. Doyle into the lane. Now a floater off the front of the rim and a rebound, Dustin. 15 seconds and a foul. Kaminsky will shoot some more free throws. Goins had a shot in the lane and was just short on it. That would have made it a 3-point game. Now Kaminsky will try to put it away. He has 4 points in this game. Now 5. and it's a 6-point game. Zanesville will need 2 quick threes. And now more than that, as Kaminsky makes it a 7-point advantage for the Bulldogs, just under 15 seconds. Hampton to Doyle. Doyle fires a 3. No good. DeVito the rebound. He is fouled, hits the floor hard. Good sportsmanship by Drake Tabler picking him up. And DeVito will put a stamp on this game with 2 more free throws. And the Bulldogs will improve to 10-4 on the season. Zanesville will fall to 3-9. DeVito into double figures with 10. He was hot in the first quarter, scored the team's first 7. Big time fourth quarter with some clutch baskets. Misses that free throw, gets his own rebound, and will dribble out the rest of the clock. The final score, Heath 45, Zanesville 37. 3 guys in double figures for the Bulldogs. Ben Mason, Jackson Dustin, and Preston DeVito with 10, 11, and 10. And they improved to 10-3 on the year. Zanesville will drop to 3-9. We really appreciate you making us part of your Tuesday night. Once again, want to thank our sponsors this evening, Firehouse Pizza and Cafe on 4 South Main Street in Thornville, Englefield Oil Incorporated, Duke and Duchess, Robertson Construction, and Williamson Insurance. Really appreciate their support as we have a celebration at midcourt for this basketball team. And it's a historic night for the Bulldogs and for head coach Devin Falk. His 200th career win. So not your average Tuesday night basketball game. Some history made tonight. Coach Falk, 200 wins with the Bulldogs and has his team at a good spot in the LCL. But once again, the final score, 45-37. Again, subscribe to our podcast, Jump Street with High School Hoops, talking to boys and girls basketball players every single week. We've got 3 interviews coming out later this week. Really appreciate everyone who likes and shares and watches and listens to our podcast. And we appreciate you joining us for Tuesday night boys basketball in the Licking County League. Heath takes this one over Zanesville, and we'll see you next week for whatever game we decide to cover, whether it's in the MVL or the LCL. We really appreciate you making us part of our night. Will Ford with Storied Rival Sports Media signing off for now. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.